Your hips aren't actually stuck in the morning. They're waiting. After a night of stillness, the tissue around your hip joints needs movement to soften, not stretching, not forcing. The next 20 minutes, keep your body exactly that. Roll out your mat and let's wake your hips up together. Hi, welcome. Let's go ahead and begin our sessions. So let's go lying supine on our back. Roll to your side and then bring yourself lying on your back here. All right, take a moment to settle your body on the floor, on the mat. Breathing into your nose and then breathing out to your mouth. Bring your mind to your breath. Allow your breath to settle your body onto the floor. You do one more inhalation here. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up one leg onto your chest and then bring the other leg up onto your chest here. So you can bring your legs slightly apart and then try to bring the chest or bring the thigh as close as you can to your chest bone here and allow the pelvis to soften to the floor, to melt down to the floor. So we inhale, allow the spine to lengthen, the pelvis to soften down, and then exhale, allow the hip to compress a little deeper, bringing your thigh bone to your chest a little bit more. And then 3 more breaths. Inhalation, we elongate the spine. Exhalation, a deeper compression in the hips. So allow the back to gently open onto the floor. Allow the hip to gently fold a little deeper with your breath. One more here. Inhalation, nothing too forceful. And then exhale. All right, bring the legs together. And then I want you to go ahead and bring the knees away from the chest and then out and then into your chest. So gentle knee stirrer, creating circular movement in the hip joint. And just allow your breath to accompany the movement here. Bringing away, out and in. Inhaling and exhaling. We got another 3, 2, and 1. And let's reverse. Bring it in and out. Gentle stirring in the hip. And again, allow the back to soften into the floor. Allow the hip bone to anchor deep into the hip joint. For another 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right, lower one leg down and allow the other one to come down as well. So bring the feet slightly wider than the pelvis here. So we're going to continue to mobilize the hip, mobilize the sacrum and the lower back. On the inhalation, the legs will lower to one side. On the exhalation, the legs return to the center. Inhalation to elongate. Exhalation, center. Inhalation, elongate. Exhalation. And allow your breath to invite a little bit more opening in the hip, a little bit more opening in the waistline, perhaps the rib cage. Inhaling. One more set. And the last. Returning the leg back, heel in line with the pelvis. Now, let's pick up the right leg and compress the leg really deep into the hip joint and then stretch the other leg out. Now from here, dorsiflex the left ankle, so the extended leg here, and exhaling, bring the leg up to the sky. Inhaling, as you point, you lower. Exhaling, you will lift. Inhaling and open and lower. Exhaling, deep fall in the hip. Inhaling, lengthening and reach out. And allow the hip joint to open and elongate as much as you can on the inhalation. And then down. Allow freedom in the hip. One more, exhaling up. Inhaling down and release. Lower the bend, leg down, bring the other leg in. Pick up the left knee, hug the leg down to your chest and stretch the right leg long. And we inhale, elongate and point the foot. Exhale, dorsiflex and bring the leg up. Inhaling, exhaling, and inhaling, we reach. Exhaling, inhaling, reach. Exhaling. Two more. One last. Inhaling, reach, lengthen, and exhale, lower the leg down, and then bring the other leg in. And I want you to align your heel with the sit bone here. Now let's rock the pelvis. Take an in breath. As you exhale, allow the lower abdominal to soften down into the lumbar spine and then the side of the abs into the lumbar spine, and that allow the pelvis to go into a posterior tilt here. And inhale, we lengthen. Exhaling and draw up the lower abs, allow it to soften into the lower back. Allow the side of the abs to soften into the lower back. Allow the lower back to imprint down and the pelvis to curl a little bit more. And then inhaling down. Again, exhaling. We pull the abs to the spine and we bring the pelvis off the floor. Inhale, return back. Again, exhale. Inhale, return back. One more time. Exhale again. We mobilize the lower back here. And coming down. Now let's take it further to your pelvic curl. So again, exhaling, the abdominal will sink and soften to the floor. The back will imprint. The pelvis will tip up. Now allow the hamstring, the muscle behind the thigh, to press and lift the pelvis a little higher, higher, higher. Come up to your highest point here in the hip extension. So feeling opening across the front of the hip here, feeling the engagement in the hamstring and the glutes. And exhale, allow the upper abs to soften so that the back can articulate down, the abs to soften, open and widen the pelvis, and return again. Exhaling, we draw the lower abs, softening to the floor, the hamstring kicks on, and help to press the pelvis up, up, and up. Inhale. Exhale. The upper abs will sink, lower abs, and return again. In breath, exhaling. We draw in and lift the pelvis. The hamstring will lift the pelvis higher, higher, higher. Inhale. Exhale. The abs will soften down, articulate the spine, and return. Let's go. One more. I'm going to stay up the top. Exhaling. We're deepening. We lift the pelvis right up. Go to highest point and stay. Now pick up your right hand and then place the side of your little pinky on the crease of the hip there. Now I want you to fold deep in that crease. Drop the crease, the hip bone or the hip joint down so your pelvis is coming towards the floor, and I use the hamstring and the glute, press it up. And then bring your other hand, brush across the crease of the hip joint on the left, and then we fold, and then hamstring glutes to press up, and then the other side. Crease and fold the right hip down, and hamstrings and glutes press the pelvis. Inhale, the other side, crease, and allow the sit bone on the left to really drop down. And then exhale, press up. And other side, inhale, increase and fold the hip on the right. Exhale, press up. And then fold the hip on the left, crease, and exhale, press up. You can continue to use your hand or just visualize the movement and allow the pelvis to move by itself. And then the left, drop and press. And then the right, drop and press. And then the left, drop and press. Last one each side, drop and press. Last one on the left, drop and press, hold, and you exhale, softening through the upper abdominal. Allow the spine to articulate down. And brilliant. All right, the legs come together. Open your arms out to the side here. Now we want to spin from the waistline. So we inhale, roll the pelvis to the left, and then bring the leg with you. Exhale, allow the abs to pull you back to the center. Inhaling, allow the pelvis rotate the whole legs with you. Exhaling, allow the abs to pull you back to center. Inhaling, pelvis rotate, leg rotate. Exhaling, you return. Inhaling, pelvis, leg rotate. Exhaling, we return. Inhale to rotate. Exhale, returning. Inhale to rotate. Exhale, returning. So we're moving the pelvis and the leg from the waistline as a whole unit. Think about spinning. A spinning top in the waist, moving the bottom half of your body with you, and then spin that top back to the center. Let's do one with each side. Inhaling with spin. Exhaling, return. Inhaling with spin. Exhaling, return. Good job. All right, spread the legs hip width apart. So go ahead, ready the abdominal, and I want you to take the left leg up as you exhale to your tabletop. Now, here, hold on to the left leg. Now, draw your abdominal in and bring the other leg up. So keeping the tension in the abdominal, holding on to the left. Now we're going to extend the right leg forward. Open the leg out to the side, bring it to the middle, and folding in deep. As you extend the leg, I want you to think about drawing up in the abdominal, open. Inhale, come back. Exhale, drawing up in the abdominal, open the leg, and then inhale, come back. Exhale, drawing up, open the leg, and then bring it back in. One more time. Drawing up, out, and come back in. Now, holding on to the right leg now. We're going to work on the left, so drop the left arm down. Exhale, stretch the left leg long. There's a sense of drawing up in the abdominal. Open the leg out. Center, inhale, pulling in. And then drawing up in the abdominal. Open the leg out, in, and deep fold. Exhale. We draw up, open, in, and we deep fold. Again, exhale. Open, in, inhale, deep fold. One more. Exhale, hold on to your right leg. Open the left out, in, and we pull back in. Hug the leg really tight to your chest. Stretch the back and release. Lower one foot and the second foot. So go ahead and rotate your body to face me here. Okay, now what we're going to do, we bend the bottom leg at 90 degrees in the hip and the knee. Now, lift the underneath waistline here and really reach the top pelvis away from the waist. Now, this thigh, the knee, we're going to rotate internally, soften the knee. So think about floppy foot, floppy ankle, and floppy knee. Now, keeping the thigh in internal rotation. Now, pelvis is stable. We lift, lower. We lift, lower. Lift, lower. Up, down. Up, down. Exhale, exhale. 3, 2, hold 1. Now fold deep in the hip. The leg will come forward. The leg will go up. The leg will go down. The leg will go back. We exhale. Inhaling. Exhale up. Inhaling. And again, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we bring the leg forward again. Now we're just going to drop it and lift. Drop it and lift. Drop it and lift. Drop it and lift. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more sets. 2, 3, 2, 1. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. We take it back. And bring it down. Good job. And I'll give your bottom a good hammer. All right. Tuck the leg in together. Come up onto your forearm here. Now, feet in line with the pelvis. Elbow slightly forward. And bring the shoulder on top of your elbow. Now, from here, gather your center. Hold it in. Lift the pelvis up. So think about wearing a corset in your center. Wrap around your corset enough to support your back, lifting up the underneath pelvic floor just to support your back, and then we come down. One more. Lifting up, corset wrapping, and now from here, straighten the leg, hold in. Now we lower. We lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bring it in and come on down and come up. A quick stretch over and release. Let's go to the other side. All right, lying on the side. Bend the bottom knee, 90 in the hip and the knee. Okay, reaching the pelvis, pick up the underneath waistline, internal rotate in the hip, let the knee soften, let the foot be floppy here. All right, let's go. Lifting up in the hip, 10, 9, 8. So the abdomen is working enough to support your spine. You don't have to brace so much. Let the abs work, but let your back work as well. And 5, and 4, lifting from here, and 2, and hold. We take it forward, and then up, down, and back. Fold, up, down, and back. Fold, up, down. So let the knee be floppy. So just kind of like a rag doll. And forward, up, down, and back. Exhale, and back. And 4, and back. 3, and back, 2, and back, 1, and back. Now we're gonna go forward here. We go drop, 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 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2. 2 more sets. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back and bring it down. Good work. Give your bottom a good hammering. Well done. All right, let's pick yourself up. Tuck the knees, feet in line with the pelvis, elbows slightly forward. Wrap up your bottom waist up. All right, long through the spine. Zip it up here, and then let's come up, and then take it down. All right, and then let's come up. So lifting, organically wrap the belly in, extending away, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down, in. Well done. Coming up, stretch up, and over. Good job. All right, now let's go into a quadruped position here. So align your hands, your shoulder, and your wrist, and your knee and your hip here. So vertical arm, vertical thigh. Spread the collarbone apart here. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to drop my left elbow, forearm down here. Okay? So I got one elbow down and the other elbow slightly softened to just balance. And now what we're going to do is just notice some hip circle. So pick up the foot, lift up the knee. Okay, and now from here, we're gonna go down, open everything up to the side, rotating the hip, come back, and then down. So keep the knee 90 and just play around in the hip joint to rotate, and down. From the hip, open from the hip, the knee goes down, and so circling the hip, and down. One more. And a reverse, we take it side and in, and up from the hip side, in, and up from the hip side, down, and up, hip side, down. 2 more, side, down. Last one, side, down, and release. Okay, we're gonna switch arm. So I've got my left forearm down. I'm readying my right leg, so the ankle comes up. Bring it up. I'm gonna look over my right shoulder here. Now bring the leg down, so flexing the hip, open the hip to the side, and rotating it back. And then down, and then side, and back. And then down, and then side, and back, and down, open to the side, rotate to parallel, and one more, side, rotate to parallel, and a reverse into the hip extension, open side, tuck it underneath you, and behind you, open side, and tuck it underneath you. And be sure to keep your back active here, and your shoulder active, widening out, and hold that center. Give me 2 more, and last one, and brilliant, and coming back. All right, so up onto your quadruped position, and let's finish up to mobilize the back with our cat stretch here. So breath in. As you exhale, the lower abs will lift and melt into your lumbar spine. It will then move the lumbar spine into flexion. And then inhalation, engaging the back muscle, taking the thoracic further into thoracic extension. Exhaling, drawing up the lower abs to move the pelvis and the lumbar back, the lower back into flexion. And Inhaling to lengthen the spine and take the thoracic further into an upward extension or arcing. 2 more. Exhaling. We draw in. And I really use the abdominal to flex the spine. And then inhaling. And use the middle back and the upper back to extend. 1 more. Exhaling. Inhaling. And 1 more. Exhaling to lift and pick up the lower back. And hold that inflection. And then just send the pelvis towards the heels. And keep that deep flexion for a really good stretch. Hold that flexion. Keep your abs hollowing into your back. You inhale. You allow the breath to expand your back sideways, horizontally and vertically. In, exhale, deepen the abs a little bit more. Inhale, allow the breath to expand the spine vertically and horizontally, widening up. And then exhale, deepening. 1 more time. Inhaling, vertical lengthening, horizontal widening. And then exhale, bring yourself back over your hands and your knee. Flatten the back and sitting down. Good job. So happy you complete the whole session with me. You're a superstar, and I wish you the best day ever. And I'll see you tomorrow on the mat for another session. Take care.